Hey guys, here with another real-time workout recording for you. So this is a 40-minute no impact glutes and hamstrings strength workout using weights and resistance bands. So the way this workout is structured is we have our usual 5-minute warm-up, 10 exercises, 30 seconds each, no rest. Then we get into our glutes and hamstrings strength workout. It is circuit style. We have 4 circuits of 3 exercises each. We do 2 sets per circuit of 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off with a bonus 30-second rest between circuits. And then we do the entire workout again. So 2 giant sets of the full workout, taking the total workout time to 40 minutes. And then at the end of the workout, we went into about 10-minute deep stretch cool down. So this is a workout that requires some equipment. I was using 2 10-kilogram dumbbells as well as a medium weight resistance band. If you don't have resistance bands, you'll be able to do just body weight just fine. As for the weights, if you don't have access to dumbbells, just use some heavy household items that you can comfortably hold to do deadlifts and some squats with. Other than that, as always, I highly recommend a soft surface such as a yoga or exercise mat for comfort, as we are on the ground for some of the exercises. You do not require shoes, but you will definitely need a sweat towel and a water bottle though. So grab those, grab your weights and resistance bands, and let's get into this 40-minute no impact glutes and hamstrings strength workout. So we can jump up and get started with our warm up, and we'll just be starting with step jacks. Alrighty, so just side to side, slight transfer of weight and push off. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Need to get the shoulders warm, they're going to be holding some heavy weights. And obviously the lower body is a focus, so get that nice and warm. Push away from the ground, back to middle. Let's go into our boxes skip. So opening the hip up, slightly rotate, and then back to center, swapping nice and lightly between the feet. And give your arms a bit of a back and forth as well. I'm mostly just focusing on warming up those hips. Nice work. Alright, side runner, right leg moving, so left leg half squat support position, activating hamstring, glute and quad. Right leg in and out, activating the glute med on the side. Arms pumping, chest up. Start to get that heart rate going, that blood flowing, warming those muscles. Good work. Weight stays on that supporting leg. Right leg just taps in and out. Alright, just some body weight squats. So squatting down and up, driving through the heel, thrusting the hips forward, squeezing the glutes. Mind to muscle connection to activate those glutes. Get nice and low, hips back and low. Then drive powerfully forward and up. Squeeze the glutes together at the top, and then drop the hips. Side run the left leg now. So right leg is in that half squat support position. Left leg tapping in and out nice and quickly. Warming up the side glute. Hammy and glute on that supporting leg are working as well. Good work, keep the chest up. Pump those arms, get the blood flowing. Alright, cross behind heel taps, hands at our side, hips forward. Lift the leg diagonally backwards, engaging the hamstring. Little oblique crunch, reach down, tap, and swap. Stretch out those hip flexors and quads. We're getting a bit of work tonight as well. Nice work. Really lift that leg nice and high. All right, grab onto the front of your shins, bend over, and then drop the hips and up. So just some froggies, really getting those hammies and glutes activated. So drop, bend the knees, and then straighten up. Squeeze the glutes. Drive through the heels. Get those hammies going as well. Nice work. All right, just a couple of touchdown arabesques. So left leg stays down, right leg goes up and tap, and then swap. So just getting those hamstrings working and those glutes. Slight bend in the supporting leg, and then snap the hips forward as you stand up. Core is working to keep the hips straight and level. No rotation. They stay facing the ground. All right, squat to open the gate. So squat down, transfer the weight, open the gate and down. So nice big hip circle, up in the middle, open wide, and then back down to your squat, swapping legs. Good work. Nice high with that knee on that circle, and open fully to the side. And finishing off with some plie squats, wide feet, pointing outwards, 45 degrees. Drop the hips, squeeze the inner thighs and glutes together at the top. Good work. Should feel this on the inner thighs, glutes and hammies. Drive the heels and squeeze, pulling those legs together. Alright, great work. That's the warm-up finished. Grab a quick drink, take off any layers you need. 4 circuits of 3 exercises. We go through 2 sets per circuit, all the way through circuits 1 through 4, and then we repeat the exact same thing again. So 2 giant sets. We are doing 30 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, with a bonus 30-second recovery between circuits, so including the last 15-second rest, that's a 45-second rest. Our first circuit, we'll be using our weights. Our second and fourth, we'll be using our resistance bands, and the third circuit is just body weight. So as I said, we're using our weights for our first circuit. Our first exercise is just a standard deadlift. So feet are under our hips, hip width apart, slight bend in the knees. We hinge forward, weights go down by our side, and then we squeeze the hamstrings and glutes, activate, drive up through the heels, and lift, back straight, hips come forward, straighten those legs. So hinge back and down, back straight, and then up, squeeze, just like that. So let's get going with that. So feet hip width apart, weights by our side. Straight back, hinge, and then up. So when you hinge, the first movement of your hips is back slightly, slight bend in the knee, then your chest drops, back stays straight, and then you squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hammies, power the hips forward as the chest comes up. Good work. Nice and strong movements. All right, next exercise, you're just going to widen those feet to sumo. Same thing, sumo deadlifts. Weights are going to be in front of your shins this time rather than directly beside them. So the exact same movement, just feet are wider. So down and then up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Drop those weights as close along in front of your body as you can. So you're not leaning out with the weights. They're staying nice and close. Hips go back and then forward. Back stays straight the whole time. Good work. Next exercise, drop one of the weights. Plie squats. So feet are wide, pointing out. Weight is in front between our legs. Chest stays up. We drop the hips, squeeze up. Drop the hips, squeeze up. You can try with your 2, depending on your weights. Just make sure, if you're using 2 heavy ones, that your chest is staying up and you're not being pulled forward. Good work. Drive through the heels, Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hammies. Hips go back and down, and then up and forward. Lovely. Straight back to the top, standard deadlift. So feet hip width apart, weights by our side. Should be feeling nice and warm and activated by now. Let's go. So hinge and up. As I said, the first movement on the way down is those hips going backwards. Slight bend in the knee. Back goes down straight to parallel. And then you lift in one explosive movement, straightening the legs, snapping the hips forward, squeezing the glutes. Good work. Sumo deadlift. Feet are wider, sumo position, outside of your hips. Weights are skimming your shins. Exact same movement, just slightly changing the angle for the muscles. So back straight, hinge, snap the hips forward. Back stays straight the whole time, core is engaged. Nice work. These are not about speed, they're about controlled, steady reps. Nice work. Every rep is a breath. Nice. And finishing off first circuit, those plie squats again. So wide feet, feet are pointed out 45 degrees or wider. 1 or 2 weights, get nice and low, and then drive up. So grab them, up. So chest stays up. This is a squat, not a deadlift. Drop the hips low, knees tracking over the second toe. Hips back and down, then forward and up. Squeeze the glutes together. 5 seconds. Lovely, weights down. 45-second rest. First circuit done. All right, good work. Ignore this buzzer coming up. Grabbing a resistance band. I recommend probably start with a medium. Coming down onto all fours, we're going to be working our right leg for the first 3 exercises. We've got a kickback circuit. So hands and knees. We're starting with straight donkey kicks. So right leg is going back out straight. Lift the heel, tap the toe. Just like that, 30 seconds. So heel up, tap the toe, squeeze the glute and hamstring to lift, drive the heel to the sky. Doesn't need to go much further above hip level. If you do that, you're going to risk rounding out your back and deactivating the glute. So make sure you squeeze that glute, rotate your pelvis under like a dog with a tail between its legs to activate that glute. Good work. Same leg, so right leg working again, bent donkey kicks. So instead of straightening the knee, it stays bent. We drive the heel to the sky again, come down. Drive the heel up and down. So straight up behind, then lower slowly. The supporting leg is going to be working as well. So don't be alarmed if you feel tightness in that glute as well. Really try not to arch your back. Keep that core locked in tight so you target the glute and hamstrings. Good work. Coming up into a pike position. Straight kickbacks with that right leg. So we're in a pike position. Right leg staying straight. We drive the heel up and down. Up and down. Again, lock that knee. Flex your toes towards your knee to help activate the glute. Lift and lower, driving the heel up.
Good work. Core tight. Keep those hips square to the ceiling. Great work. All right, next set, we're swapping legs. Same thing, left leg now. So starting with those straight donkey kicks, left leg. So point the toe to the ground, leg is straight, drive the heel up. Squeeze, lower. Try and keep the back flat, pelvis posteriorly rotated. So we're not arching the back to lift the leg. We're squeezing the glute, squeezing the hammy, lifting that heel to the sky. Good work. Hold it for a half second at the top and then slowly come down with that resistance. Good work. Bent donkey kicks, left leg. So driving that heel to the sky, keeping the knee bent. Let's go. So drive up and down. This one you need to really work on not rotating those hips and arching the back. Really squeeze the abs. Mind to muscle connection, engage the glute and the hammy. Good work. Drive that heel up, squeeze the legs. And coming up into our pike to finish. Straight kickbacks, left leg, pike position. So make sure the hips don't rotate. Keep that core tight. Let's go. Drive that left leg, squeeze, slowly lower. Squeeze up, slowly lower. Really work against the resistance on the way down as well as up. So don't just let the band snap your leg back down. Control the lower. Good work. Alright, take those bands off, 45-second rest, great work. Whew. Stretch out if you need. Ooh. That pike position, ignore this buzzer. Probably just a river of sweat dripping off my nose. Alright, next circuit is body weight. We're on our butt or our back on our mats. So come down with me. First two exercises, we're working the right leg again. Start on our right foot down and our hands. Left leg is up, one leg hip thrust. So we're up and down. So the right leg stays down the whole time. Left leg goes up and down but never takes any weight. You squeeze right hamstring and glute to lift those hips up and then tap down and drive up again. Good work. Core tight, keeping those hips level. Nice work. All right, right leg working again. Drop to your back. We're going to hold a one leg, right leg glute bridge. The left leg is going to raise and lower up and down. So left leg straight, hips up in that glute bridge. Left leg goes up, then down to 45 and up. The whole time core is engaged, keeping those hips level. Squeeze the right glute and hamstring. Keep those hips up, core tight, stopping the left hip dropping. Drive through the right heel, squeeze. All right, both legs down. We start in a glute bridge. We're up. We walk our heels out, straightening our legs, squeezing our hamstrings. Keep the hips off the ground the whole time, and then walk them back to the bridge position and in and out. So it's a hamstring glute bridge walkout. Your hips never touch the ground. Squeezing the glutes and hamstrings the entire time and that core. Only the heels are on the ground. Those hips stay high. Flex those hamstrings. Small baby steps in and out. This is a tough one. Take it slow. Good work. All right, that exact same thing now. Left leg. So starting with the one leg hip thrust, left leg stays down. Drive the heel into the ground. Right leg comes up with the hips. So up and down. You want to go until the top of your body is flat at the top of the lift. Then just tap the hips down. Drive back up. Drive through the heel, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hammy. Core is tight, keeping those hips square. Good work. Alright, dropping down to our back. Left leg again, one leg glute bridge hold. Right leg raises to vertical, then lowers to 45. Let's go. So drive up, left leg activated the entire time. Those glute and hammy nice and tight, keeping the hip up. Right leg is just raising and lowering, making our hip flexor work, our core work. A bit of the quad to lock that leg out as well. Also means the glute has to work through some stabilization. Great work. Woo. Drop that leg. Hamstring walkout. So just the heels down. Keep the hips off the ground, core tight. Back does not arch. So walk out on those heels as far as you can, nice and slow. Hold. Then walk in slowly back to your bridge. Make sure you're checking in that those glutes are active and rolled under. In and out. Feel those hamstrings work. Great work. Keep those hips up. Core tight will help with that. Woo. All right. 45-second rest. Great work. Stand up and stretch those hammies out if yours are tight like mine. All right. Ignore this buzzer. We're now going to work side glutes, so glute medius. So we have some abduction work. So we'll be putting on our, I'd say, medium bands again. Starting just with a lateral squat walk. So we're in a half squat position, making sure that our knees are staying over our toes. Hips go back, chest stays up. We're just in and out, keeping the pressure on the band. Join me the whole time. Small steps, leading with the heel. So you don't rotate the hip open and lead with the toe so that the quad activates. You keep the feet facing forward. Lead with the heel or side of your foot so it's all this side glute. Keep nice and low. Fight to push those knees out against the band. Good work. All right, right leg is working for the next two exercises. We're standing in a half squat. Left leg stays where it is, weight stays there. Right leg just tap in and out. Lead with the heel. It's going to be easy to want that hip to open up and to go like that, to tap. We don't want that. We want that square so that we're using that glute. You're going to feel the supporting glute as well, really tight. That's normal. Just fight through it. This is not about speed. Slow and steady. And again, don't let the band just snap your leg back in. Control it on the way in. All right. Down to hands and knees. Fire hydrant, lifting that right leg again. So knee stays bent at 90 degrees. You may need to raise your band a little bit for this. You raise it up to parallel and down. Squeeze, raising it up and down. Don't rotate the spine and hips open. Keep them facing square. So you lift and squeeze with the top of that side glute to open. Keep the back flat, core tight. hips down. Good work. Feel that burn. Nice. All right, standing up, back to our banded lateral squat walk. Then we will work the left leg. Woo. Shake it out. Good work. So half squat, keep those knees out in line with your second toes. Small side steps in and out, never taking pressure off the band. So you don't come in so close that the band is lax, you stay out. Keep those glute meads working. Feel that burn really setting in, push through it. Good work. I know it burns, 5 seconds. Stay down. All right. Woo. Left leg, half squat, step out. So right leg stays where it is, weight stays on that right leg. Down in our half squat, left leg taps in and out. Make sure you lead with the heel or side of your foot. Don't let the quad take over. It's all that side glute. Good work. Keep those knees out over the toes. Again, that supporting glute is going to feel it as well. 5 seconds. And 5 hydrants, left leg, so down, all fours. Whew. Raise the knee up to horizontal, hold for a split second, slowly lower back to center. Keep the back straight, hips square to the ground, so you're not rotating the spine to open that hip, you're squeezing using that side glute to lift. Good work. Squeeze and control the return back under. Feel the burn, embrace it, nearly done. Alright, great work, bands off. 45-second rest, we're halfway through the workout. We're now going to repeat everything we just did from the top. So starting with our weights. So take the band off, ignore this buzzer. Towel off, then we'll get going with our standard deadlift. If you're feeling good, I challenge you to do a one-legged Romanian deadlift, 1 or 2 weights. So if you're feeling good, you'll start, you can do either your left or your right leg. The working leg will be in front, the back leg will just be there for balance. You'll go down, exact same movement, and up. Otherwise, just stay with the 2 legs at hip width apart. Whatever you're feeling, go for it, but I want you to push yourself. If you're doing the one leg, make sure the hips still are hinging back and you're not squatting. There's just that slight bend in the leg. Back leg is there just for balance support. Snap those hips forward, squeeze the glute and hammy. Good work. Lovely. All right, sumo deadlift, both legs. Whew. A lot tougher than the first time around because we fatigued. That's why I set it up this way. All right, so let's go sumo deadlift. Weights skim your shins. Hips go back, slight bend in the knee, then squeeze the glutes, power up. Great work. Inhale on the way down, exhale at the top of the rep. Powerful thrust of those hips. You should expel that air out with power. Great work. Weights down, plie squat. 1 or 2 weights, whatever you're feeling. Feet are rotated out, 45 degrees, hips are wide. Chest stays upright. Let's go. So hips down and then up and forward. Back stays straight the whole time. Knees track in line with our second toe. Squeeze the legs together as the hips come forward. Squeezing your thighs, Squeeze the glutes. Good work. Push through the burn. Lovely. Back to the top. Standard deadlift or one leg RDL, do the opposite leg. Whatever you're feeling, go for it. Let's go. So just hip width apart, one or two legs. The movement is the exact same. Hips go back, hinge forward. Then you drive through, power forward and up. If you're doing the one leg, just go slow and steady. Keep the back straight throughout. Lovely, sumo deadlift. Woo. Great work. Breathe. Weight skimming your shins. Feet wider than hip width apart. Let's go. Slight bend and then straighten. Every rep is a breath. Good work, 10 seconds. Keep that back straight. Don't let it round. If you're starting to struggle, you can drop to one weight in both hands. Woo, good work. And plie squats to finish. Rotate those feet out so we can target more of the hammies, inner thighs and those glutes. Let's go. Finish strong with these weights. Chest up. So your chest stays up the whole time. The hips go up and down rather than forward and back. They obviously go back and forward a little bit, but it's a squat, not a deadlift. 10 seconds. Good work. 5 seconds, finish strong. Lovely. 45-second rest. And put those weights away. We're done with them. Ignore this buzzer coming up. Alright. We're going into our donkey kick circuit. So your band, if you're still feeling good, try the medium again. If you're feeling a little bit fatigued, go down to your light one or just even body weight. So starting with those straight kickbacks, right leg. All fours, right leg working first. Core tight, hips rotated down, right leg is straight, drive the heel. Squeeze at the top, slowly lower and drive back up. These are probably going to feel a hell of a lot harder than the first time. It's because we've fatigued the muscle. That's how we know we've been working. Good work. Keep that core tight. Mind to muscle on that glute and hammy. Lovely. Bent donkey kick, same leg. So right leg again. Drive that heel up to the sky. Keeping that back straight and flat. Don't arch the hips back. So right leg, right hip, up. Heel to the sky. Keep the back straight so you engage the glutes, drive that leg. Nice work. Slow and controlled movements. Keep the leg bent. That supporting leg is going to be working as well. Good work. And up to our pike to finish. Straight kickbacks, that right leg again. Keep the hips square, don't let them rotate open. Drive that heel to the sky. So up, slowly lower. Good work. Core tight. Glute is working the entire time, as is the hammy. Lift, hold, lower. Good work. 5 seconds. Let the sweat drip. Alright. Back down to our knees. Same thing. Left leg this time. So starting with those straight donkey kicks. Point those left leg, toes to the ground, heel up and down. Keeping that core tight, that pelvis rotated like a dog with a tail between its legs. So we're not here, we're here. Core is working. So we're activating the glute, not using our back. Good work. Breathe through it. I know it's burning, it's meant to. Good work. All fours, left leg bent donkey kicks. So drive the heel to the sky. So much sweat. All right, let's go. Tight core. Squeeze and lower. Glute and hammy are working here, so don't worry if you're feeling it in the hammy as well. It's meant to. You shouldn't be feeling it in your back though. If you are, go back to all fours, tighten that core, rotate that pelvis, and then lift. Good work. Alright. Standing up into our pike. Last one, left leg. Straight kickbacks. Whew. All the sweat. So drive that heel to the sky. Core tight. Lift. Slowly lower. Keep the back straight. Again, you don't want to be arching. You want the glute to be working to lift the leg. Great work. Feel that burn. Push through it. Again, you'll feel it on the supporting leg as well. It's completely normal. It is working. Woo, great work. 45-second rest. Band off. Lovely work. Oh, that just makes the sweat pour. All right, ignore this buzzer. Next circuit on our back, on our butt, is our one leg hip thrust and glute bridge and hamstring walkouts. So again, we'll start with that right leg with that one leg hip thrust. So right leg stays down, drive through the heel the entire time. Left leg comes up with the hips. So let's go. Up and down. Core is working, keeping those hips square. Really drive through and squeeze at the top. Get that right glute and hammy really burning out. If you start to fatigue, spend half a second at the bottom and then go again. Good work. Dropping to our butt, our back rather. Right leg, one leg glute bridge hold, left leg raise and lower. So raise it up, hold, and then the left leg just goes up and down slowly, just giving our core and that glute movement to stabilize against. Really drive through that right heel, lifting the hips. I know it's burning, I know you're shaking, keep going. Woo. Drop those hips. Glute bridge, hamstring walkout. So both heels on the ground. We go up to our bridge, we slowly walk out and walk those heels back in. Keep the hips off the ground the whole time. So up, walk those heels out, hamstrings working the whole time, butt never touches the ground. Core tight. Straighten those legs as much as you can. Really work those hammies. Keep those hips up Squeeze the glutes. Good work. Keep the hips level, core tight. All right. Same thing from the top, left leg this time. So one leg hip thrust, left leg stays down. Drive that heel into the ground, those hips up, squeeze the glute. Let's go. Squeeze and lower. Get those hips level with your chest. Slightly tap down on the ground, then straight back up again. Core tight. 5 seconds, push through the burn. You got this. Drop to our back. Left leg, one leg glute bridge hold. Right leg raise and lower. Breathe. Squeeze that left glute, left hammy. So up, hold, raise and lower the right leg. Core is keeping those hips level and stable. Left glute and hammy are doing all the work, holding those hips up. Breathe through it. I know you're fatiguing. I'm right there with you. This is my weaker hammy from my graft, so I can particularly feel it really shaking. But we're nearly done. Woo. Ow. All right, both legs down. Glute bridge, hamstring walkout. So really keep those hips level throughout and off the ground. Hips up. Walk those legs out, straightening the hammies. Get as straight as you can and hold, and then walk back in. And out. Spend most of your time with your heels out, away from you. Less time recovering with them under your knees. Hips up, core tight. Good work. 45-second rest. Then we're on to our last circuit with our bands and our lateral movements. Ignore this buzzer. All right, if you're still feeling good, stay with your medium band. If you need to go down, that's completely fine. 20 seconds, we'll start with our banded lateral squat walk. So get ready to feel the burn. 10 seconds. 5. Let's go. So down, half squat. Small steps, keeping the tension on the band, tension on those glute medials. Lead with the heel. Don't let the hips rotate open, the hips stay facing forward. Chest up. Good work. Feel that burn, embrace it. Alright. Right leg, half squat, lateral step out. So remember, lead with the heel, half squat position, don't let the hips rotate open. So down, out and in. You'll feel this a lot in that supporting leg glute as well. It's completely fine. You may even feel it predominantly there. That's still fine. Just make sure you're not rotating that hip open. You're using the glute to work. Good work. Nearly there. Woo. All right, all fours. Right leg, fire hydrant. So lift that knee to parallel with the ground and squeeze. Lift and down. Keep the back flat, hips square, so you're not rotating open, you're keeping the hips face down. Squeeze the glute right there to lift. You'll feel the difference, trust me. Good work. One more. Woo. All right. Last time through. Banded lateral squat walk. Keep those knees out over your toes. Don't let the band pull them in. Let's go down and open. This is gonna hurt, but it's only 30 seconds. 20 seconds. Stay down. That right leg, that right side glute is on fire, I know. Push through, 10 seconds. Keep going, nearly there. Breathe, 5. Keep going, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Left leg, half squat, step out. You got this. Keep that butt back, chest up. Let's go, drop and step out. Lead with the heel. Keep the chest up, hips back. Feel that burn. Embrace it. Halfway through. Breathe. 10 seconds. Good work. Keep going. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And let's finish off. Left leg fire hydrants. 30 seconds. And then we'll go into a very nice stretch. 5 seconds. Let's go. Finish. Let's go. Lift and hold. Feel that burn. Embrace it. You've earned it. You don't get it unless you work for it. It's a reward, not a punishment. Lift that knee. Squeeze and down. 10 seconds. 5. Keep going. Couple more reps. You got this. One more. Woo! All right, great work. And we are finished. All right, drop those bands and let's get a sweaty selfie. And then we'll go into a deep stretch. Woo! All right, so just towel off, walk around, grab a drink, and then we'll go into a stretch. Woo! Oh. Alrighty, great work. Let's see where we're at. 425 calories. Not bad, not bad. Alright, let's get into a bit of a stretch. Firstly, we're just going to fold forward. So we're just going to have our feet together, right under our hips, legs straight, and just going to fold forward. Keeping the legs straight, go as low as you can. If that's just here, that's fine. Grab onto your elbows and just hang. If you can get to the ground, do so. Just keep those legs straight. Pushing the hips backwards. Really stretching out those hammies. A bit of the glutes, but mostly the hammies here. Dropping the chest. Pushing those hips backwards. Great work. It's really important with hammies to stretch them out, because there is nothing worse than tight hammies, and they like to get really tight after a workout. So just hang here for a little while. Good work. All right, we're now going to cross our right leg behind our left leg, so that right leg stays straight. Left leg will be slightly bent, toes are still facing forward, and just keep facing down, pushing that right hip back. Put all the weight of the stretch through that right hamstring and glute. You'll feel a bit in the hip as well. That's what we want. Keep that leg straight. And then slowly rotate your hands and torso to the left side. You can grab onto the back of your right ankle if you can, or just push onto the ground. You're just twisting away from that hip, shoving that right hip out and twisting away from it, so you're stretching all up the side of those glutes and hip. Still a bit of the hammy, but more side glute focus now. Shove that hip out, pull away from it as you twist. Good work. Alright, come back to center and then swap legs. So the left leg now is straight and behind the right leg, and then fold forward directly over the top of that right leg, pushing the left hip back and straight. Make sure you keep that back left leg straight. The right leg at the front can bend, obviously. Push the hips back. Good work. And walk the hands over to that right side now. Grab onto the back of the left heel if you can and pull yourself around. Shove the left heel out to the left. Really feel it in the hips and glute on that left side. Good work. Hold here another couple of seconds. Lovely work. Alright, come back to center, untuck those feet and then take a seat on the ground. Roll onto your back, legs out straight. We will start with the left leg. Just raise it up straight, grab onto it if you can. If not, grab your band, loop it around your toes, around your foot, and just pull down like that. Just make sure you're keeping the legs straight. Should feel this in the hamstring. Keep the hips square to the ceiling and just pull lightly. Make sure that that knee is staying locked out so you're stretching that hamstring. Good work. All right, now release the right hand and then open your hips up. So pull the left leg towards the left side and up at about 45 degrees. Just opening the hip up a little bit and getting a bit of that inner groin as well. So it's still staying straight, just instead of being pulled up in line with your chest, it's now 45 degrees over. And then just hold it there for a couple of seconds and breathe. Good work. All right, bring it back up to center. Swap the hands, so right hand is on it now, left hand drops, and then do the same thing, but crossing over the body, pulling up and across. Try not to let the hip come too far off the ground. It will raise a little bit, but you don't want to go so far that you're not feeling the stretch anymore along that side. So you can sort of pull your left arm out straight to counterbalance that movement. And just hold. Good work. All right, and back to center and then lower that leg. We're going to do the same thing on the right leg now. So right leg up, straight line, both hands, grab on and pull it back or loop your band around. If you can't reach your feet, that's fine. Should feel nice and deep along the back of that leg. Good work. Drop the left hand and then rotate the hip open to 45 degrees, pulling up into the right. Good work. Keep that leg straight so you're feeling the tension along the groin and hammy. Open that hip up. Good work. And bring that leg back to center. Swap the left hand on, drop the right hand down and out, and then rotate up across the body. Trying to keep those hips down as much as possible. Sometimes easier said than done, but you should feel this along the side glutes. Good work. All right, coming back to center, drop that leg. Now we're going to take the right leg, we're going to bend it up and pull our knee to our chest, directly in line with our chest, pulling it straight up. Hold here for a couple of seconds. Good work. And then same thing, we're going to take the left hand and we're going to pull the knee towards our left armpit, so off the side of our chest now, opening that hip up. So just pull towards that left armpit. Good work. And now back to center, grab the right hand and pull the knee across. This time you can let the torso twist so the leg goes fully over. Just rotate your upper body towards that left side opposite. Feel that nice stretch all the way along the back outside of that left leg. Good work. All right, and back to center, same thing, swapping legs. So left leg straight, right leg bend, bringing the knee up to the chest. Great work. So pulling directly up to the chest first. Just open those hips up. All right, now right hand is going to direct it open towards the right armpit. So going further back and up alongside the chest now. Open that hip. Great work. All right, back to center, left arm grabs and pulls it across, and then torso twist to the right side as the lower body twists across. Get that nice deep stretch. Great work. All right, coming back to center, bring that left leg up, cross it over that right leg, and pull the right leg towards the chest again, this time driving the left knee away, so stretching the glutes on that left side. Just hold here, pulling as close to your chest as you can. Stretch those glutes. All right, and just swap legs, so right leg crosses over the left and pull to your chest and just hold. Open up those right glutes. Really driving the right ankle towards the chest and the knee away to deepen that stretch. All right, and then just uncross the legs, release them down onto the ground, and we are done.
All right, guys, great work on completing this 40-minute no impact glutes and hamstrings strength workout and deep stretch cool down. If you followed along at home, I'd love to hear your feedback. It is always appreciated, and as always, keep your eyes on the page for more workouts from me over the coming weeks. Catch you guys.